So what I want to do is to show you a PSLE question, okay, so that we can see how this will appear for you guys next year, assuming you're both in primary 5, okay? But because already in primary 5 and you're going to do your no mid-year exams this year, but you'll be doing your end of year exams not very far from now, okay? So end of year exams, and then you're already primary 6, so we need to practice. So if this was the passage, one morning, Mrs. Kim was alone at home when she tripped over the edge of the living room rug. There was a sharp pain in her right ankle, and soon it had swollen to almost double its original size. That was when Mrs. Kim knew that she had to seek medical help quickly. But how? She had accidentally left her handphone in the family car the night before, and by the time she remembered it earlier that morning, her husband had already driven off to work. There was no other telephone in the house, as everyone in the household relied on their own personal handphone. There was no way that Mrs. Kim could call anyone for help. Okay, the first step. What is the first step? We've got to look at the statement and we have to pick out. So tell me, what are the parts of this statement that we need to check? So was it Mrs. Kim or was it someone else? Right? Okay, so Mrs. Kim. What else? What else we need to check? Is it the only phone? So this one is Mrs. Kim. Next one is it the only phone? Did the family have more phones? All right, so what else? Was it in the car or was it somewhere else? Okay, so 3 main things in this statement, okay? Was it Mrs. Kim? Was it the only phone? Was it in the car? All right? So if we look for the sentences in the passage that are important to us, it should be these 2 sentences. Okay, this one you guys need to be able to pick out, right? That this mentions the phone and the family in the car. This sentence also mentions the phone, the family, the car, all the stuff that is important to us. So, was it Mrs. Kim, yes or no? Was it the only phone that they had? Was it left in the car? Yes. So the only thing that is wrong is this part, right? That it was the only phone the family had. So how do we answer this question? Okay, so is this the correct answer? Yesterday, someone said this is the correct answer. The answer is everyone in the household had their own personal handphone. Is this a correct answer? Okay, so what if that was the answer? If I wrote down everyone in the household relied on their own personal handphone. If this is the answer, is it correct? Correct, false, right? Let's say the answer is correct, right? I mean, we put false. Is this worth 1 mark? That is my question. If you were the teacher, would you give 1 mark for this? Scared, right? Because I asked you a question this way, you're like, oh no, is it correct? Okay, so let me share with you, okay? If you write down either that or this, everyone in the household relied on their own personal handphone, is this answer correct? It is not correct. Why is this so? I need to compare this statement with this reason. When you write this down, even though factually, yes, everyone in the household had their own personal handphone, but then which part of this statement are you telling me that is wrong? I'm not quite sure. Okay, so you need to write down in terms of this statement, pick out, we already decided this is correct, this is wrong, this is correct. So you need to write down the statement and figure out which part is wrong. A good way to do it would be to say Mrs. Kim had actually left her own handphone in the family car, and then add in that part, while the rest of the household had their own personal handphone. Okay, so this is a very complete, very good answer, because not only have you corrected the statement, okay, you have shown to the examiner exactly which part is wrong. She left her own handphone, and then you have clarified further that actually it's not even the own handphone. Everyone in the household has their own. It is not the only phone the family had. Okay, so this is the best possible answer. Now, some of you may say, teacher, very long. It's a very long answer. I don't know if I can get it correct. If you had written down everyone in the household had their own phones, so Mrs. Kim had left her own handphone in the car. This is actually the same thing. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which sequence it is in as long as both things are in there. I'm going to repeat, this is the best possible answer. In terms of PSLE, we always look for the best possible answer because we cannot tell you, I cannot tell you that, oh, I think PSLE will accept if you just give half. I think it should be good enough. I can't tell you that because I cannot guarantee that they will give you the mark. Okay, so we always want to make sure that you know what the best possible answer is. It is possible that they will say, oh, this is good enough. Possible. It's possible. But can I guarantee you? I cannot guarantee. All right, it really depends on the PSLE markers, what they have decided. If, for example, we find that usually what happens is that if the markers see that almost 90% of students have given this answer, and then nobody has given the best possible answer, then they will try and be a little bit more lenient. Okay, so that's how it works. So we always want to make sure we have the best answer so that we are confident we will definitely get the mark.